everyone. My name is Dr. Tricia Mulligan, and I am the Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs here at Iona University, and your Master of Ceremonies for this morning's commencement. As a courtesy to our graduates and guests, I ask that you silence all cell phones during the ceremony. Please stand if you're able, remove all caps if possible, and join in singing the national anthem, which will be led by the Iona Nightingales. Leah Dennis and Rosie Lemus will be providing American Sign Language interpretation for the national anthem today. Following the national anthem, please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Father Gerard Mulvey.
Let us take a moment to place ourselves in the presence of God. God of all goodness and compassion, we thank you for the gift of this day as we celebrate the class of 2026, both our undergrad students and our graduate students. They are here with family and friends. They are full of joy and gratitude for what they have accomplished in the classroom, the lab, the arena, the field, in theater, and beyond our campus. They may always have some anxiety for what lies ahead: grad school, a job, a career, where you are leading them in their vocation and in their lives. Bless them today with peace of heart in all things. May they remember that you have brought them this far on their journey and will continue to be with them as they begin a new chapter in their lives. May they always cherish their time here at Iona, and that they are always Gales who fight the good fight with presence, compassion, and liberation. May they know they are always in your presence and called to be present to others, to have compassion, to show empathy and patience with all, and to know the gift of liberation, not only the liberating power of education, but also the liberating power of service to others. May the prayers and example of St. Columba and Blessed Edmund Rice continue to guide them in all that they do. Bless us all this day with your peace, and most especially grant them peace to our community, our country, and especially to our world. And in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Father Gerard. Please be seated. Elizabeth Riccio, a member of the class of 2026, and this year's valedictorian will welcome our graduates and guests.
Good morning, President Seamus Carey, Board of Trustee members, honored guests, administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Riccio. I am a digital media major, an ESPN Plus sideline reporter, a content creator, a media assistant, a Gale Guide, an Iona player, and a proud member of the class of 2026. It is my absolute pleasure to be standing on the stage in front of you all today. To my fellow graduates, we have studied, we have worked, we have laughed, cried, and fought our way to be here on this field today. The resilience, perseverance, and dedication required to get to where we are, to achieve this degree, is no easy feat. We have grown so much in our 4 years together. For some of us, it was even shorter than that. The journey to graduation is quite a mountain to climb, but we are not done yet. As one journey comes to a close, another is yet to begin. We get to choose how we take what we've learned here and bring it out into the world. We can continue to grow, continue to try and improve ourselves and the world around us. It is so easy to feel stagnant after such a big milestone, but I could tell this is not the limit of our achievements. We are capable of amazing, extraordinary things if we put our minds to it and are willing to put ourselves out there and are willing to try. Growing up, my dad always told my brothers and I what he called the 11th commandment. If you don't ask, you don't get. I think this advice is very crucial to us young professionals. We should always ask for what we need in order to achieve our goals. But I'd like to propose my own spin on this wisdom. If you never try, you'll never achieve. I'm a perfectionist, personally, and I love doing everything I can to the best of my ability. But sometimes in the pursuit of perfection, it gets in the way of even trying in the first place. We are afraid to fail, to flop, to be embarrassed, and that deters a lot of people from trying in the first place. How will you know if you don't begin? So I implore you, be bad at things, fail in spectacular ways. Try that thing you are always too afraid to do, because you will learn, you will grow, and you will be better for it. We have been given such a great community and support system through Iona. We would not be here without them, and don't we owe it to them to go out into the world and live up to our fullest potential. I know I owe a great deal of thanks to the administration here, Dr. Carey, Dr. Mulligan, the Board of Trustees, who cultivated such an environment where students like us can not only succeed, but thrive. The faculty and staff who have provided us with the wisdom and guidance necessary to achieve our diplomas are also owed a lot of our gratitude. I personally would not be here without Professor Deloisio, who took a chance on me when I was just a freshman and has guided me every step of the way. I am immensely grateful for the guidance, mentorship, and opportunities he's provided me. The entire media department, Dr. Bard, Professor Demergis, Professor Eigelhart, Dr. Redcross, Professor Holly Alexander, and our executive in residence, Bruce Beck, they have done amazing things to help grow our department into what it is today. Dr. DeFino from the English department has given me such worldly insights through his film classes and perspectives that have helped me grow not only as a student, but as a human being. The athletics department, especially Brian Byer, Brian Duane, Ann Jumilo, and Dan Giroux, have provided me with such tangible work experience right here at Iona that has taught me so much about what it means to be a professional in the media industry. This school is built on its unparalleled community, and that truly starts with the professors and faculty we see every day who are here to help any and every student. We absolutely cannot forget the support of our loved ones as well. Words cannot express how grateful I am to my parents and their unconditional love, support, and guidance. They are both proud alumni of this institution I now call home. My twin brother Dylan is also graduating here today. He has been my reality check, my late night emergency call, and truly the best twin. My older brother, my role model, Lieutenant Junior Grade Michael Riccio, was able to take off time from his deployment in the Coast Guard to be here. I would not be here today had you not set the nearly impossible standard of our high-achieving family. And finally, I would not be here today without my fellow classmates and friends, especially my best friend Abby Babcock, who is graduating on her birthday today, so she turns 22 today. She has been my rock for my college years, but entirely the class of 2026, we have got through this together. From a simple smile wave across North Ave, to game nights with my Iona players, to cheers at basketball games, and late night library sessions, we have supported each other and pushed each other to get to where we are today. Iona would not be Iona without these people, these moments, these memories that we will hold on to for life. I am constantly in awe of all the people who surround me here today, and I am so incredibly proud to be part of this class of 2026. Congratulations to you all on such a momentous occasion.
Thank you so much, Liz. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Iona University, Dr. Seamus Carey.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our students, class of 2026, and to everyone here to celebrate them. Families, friends, faculty, staff, trustees, and especially today's honoree, Dr. Grayer and Burnett. And to our graduates, congratulations. This is a real milestone for you. You've taken on a rigorous course of study, contributed to a vibrant campus life, and served others beyond campus. In doing so, you haven't just gained knowledge and skills, you've carried forward the tradition of Iona and of the Christian Brothers. I came across an article recently, and it stopped me in my tracks. It suggested that for all the talk about rapid change and constant disruption, the pace and impact of innovation over the past 30 years may actually be modest compared to what happened in the century before. At first, I thought I must have misread it. After all, we hear constantly about how fast everything is changing. But consider a few examples. Infant mortality in 1915 was about 100 in every 1,000 births. By 1980, it dropped to 7.5. In the 40 years since then, it's edged down further to about 6.5. Death from infectious disease in 1914 was roughly 1,000 per 100,000 people. By 2022, it was less than 50. The cruising speed of a commercial airplane, went from about 100 miles per hour in 1920 to 600 by 1980, and it has stayed there ever since. I'm not suggesting that there haven't been important discoveries in the last 40 years, or that digital technology hasn't improved our lives in many ways. Few of us would trade living today for living in the 1920s. But if we're not careful, it's easy to believe that what we're experiencing now is unprecedented, that innovation today is somehow more transformative than anything that came before. We're surrounded by more information than ever, more headlines, more updates, more noise. And if we're not paying attention, that constant stream can disconnect us from our past, from our traditions, from the deeper sources of meaning that ground us. That's why what you've received here at Iona matters so much. Our tradition stretches back to the year 563, when Columba founded a small monastery on the island of Iona, off the coast of Scotland. From that small place came an educational tradition that has influenced the world for centuries, built on three simple principles: presence, compassion, and liberation. Presence is a state of mind, compassion is a state of the soul, and liberation is a state of being. They're simple to name, but not always easy to live. Each requires intention. Each can be diminished by the distractions that compete for our attention every day. And yet these principles are exactly what this moment calls for. What could be more important than being truly present in an age in which, as Dr. Burnett has taught us, attention itself has become one of the defining questions of our time. In fact, last year at this ceremony, I closed my remarks with a quote from Dr. Burnett, and that quote has stayed with me. He writes, "What it is like to be us in our full humanity. This isn't out there in the interwebs. It isn't stored in any archive, and the neural networks cannot be inward with what it feels like to be you right now. That can only be lived. In a world that is constantly pulling you outward, toward screens, toward feeds, toward endless information, your life, your real life, unfolds inwardly. It can only be lived from within. It requires presence, it calls for compassion, and those are the qualities that ultimately lead to liberation, to a full and free life. So as you leave here today with your degree, you'll take with you knowledge and skills, but I hope you'll also take with you the principles on which your education was built: presence, compassion, and liberation. Let them guide you through the noise, through the distractions, through the bluster that can sometimes feel like a fog. The rich tradition of which you are a part is nothing that simply continues on its own, and it cannot be taken for granted. As one writer put it, tradition is not reproduced, it is thrown and it is caught. It lives a long time in the air. Now it's your turn to catch it and to carry it forward. You've already begun that work during your time here, and we're excited to see the good it will bring in the years ahead, to you and to all those whose lives you will touch. God bless you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Carey. At this time, I'm very pleased to introduce Dr. Graham Burnett, who will provide the commencement address. A little later in the ceremony, Dr. Burnett will receive an honorary doctoral degree from Iona University. I present to you Dr. Graham Burnett.
Good morning, and warmest congratulations to all of you, graduates, parents, families, friends. It's an extraordinary honor to join you here today. There's a great story preserved in the medieval traditions of Islam, and it goes something like this. Once upon a time, there was a very learned dervish, a holy man, and he was walking along the shore, thinking great thoughts about God and theology and his scholarly projects, when he found himself suddenly distracted by a distant sound. Looking out across the water, the highly educated dervish realized that there was a solitary hermit on a small island just offshore, praying in song. Thought the dervish. That's too bad. That bozo out there is doing that prayer all wrong. He's got the rhythm of the sort of stressed syllables totally screwed up. What a hick. Now this dervish was a very pious guy. So even though he was super busy, and he was a very important dervish, he decided it was his duty to go out there and help this confused hermit by correcting his error. God himself would want him to do this, and it was just the right thing to do. So the learned dervish hired a boat to take him out to the island. When he arrived, he interrupted the hermit and explained to him that he was messing up the prayer and told him the right way to do it. "Thanks so much," replied the hermit. I really appreciate your coming out here and correcting my mistake." So feeling pretty good about himself, the learned dervish got back in his boat, directed his oarsman to start back for shore. Now he was going to be late for his appointment at the university, but it had totally been worth it. I mean, after all, that prayer was super an important one. I mean, the prayer that the hermit was trying to do was a key and powerful prayer. In fact, it was said that if you did it absolutely perfectly, you might even be able to walk on water. And that would be pretty cool. But this happy reverie of the highly educated dervish was again rudely interrupted by the sound of that hapless hermit again singing his devotions and, shockingly, again doing them totally wrong. "Ack," groaned the learned dervish. "Humans are just totally hopeless. I mean, they're so ignorant, scatterbrained. What a bunch of numbskulls." But then, to his surprise, the learned dervish noticed that the sound of the erroneous chanting was getting closer. And turning around, he saw the ignorant hermit approaching his boat from behind, shuffling along across the surface of the sea. "Excuse me," said the hermit, standing on the waves and calling after the dervish's boat. "Hey, I'm super sorry to bother you, but I'm afraid I've already forgotten that thing you were teaching me about the right way to do the prayer. Can you remind me how it's supposed to go again?" Okay, I really like this story, and I propose we take a second here this morning to think about what makes it sort of juicy and good. For starters, then, it's a story about the dangers of hubris, of pride, of arrogance, the dangers of cockiness, of getting full of yourself. After all, that dervish, he thinks he's got all the answers, but in fact he's bested by a deeper and truer wisdom in the very person he's treated as an inferior. And that's both funny in an ironic way, and it's a valuable warning about getting careless or big-headed about our smarts, our schooling, or our educations. This makes it, I think, a useful little story to remember on a graduation day. Yes, we've got our degrees and so forth, but we better not get too puffed up about any of that. Keep it real. Nearly 2/3 of Americans don't have a bachelor's degree, but they know a lot, those Americans, about work and life, suffering, love, joy, and prayer. Let's not forget it. Because in real ways, I think our future depends on that. America is deeply divided these days in wealth, in politics, and in opportunity. And if we're going to hold together as a nation, as a people, we need real respect for everyone. No jerks and no snobs. So our story is a story about humility and a story about respect. Okay, so far so good. But I'm not sure that interpretation goes quite far enough. I think there's more to say. Because for me, the deeper beauty of the story lies not in the learned dervish's smackdown, but rather in the earnest searching and striving of that hermit himself. After all, when does that soulful hermit actually walk on the water? It's when he's trying to catch up to the learned dervish in an effort to keep talking with him about the right way to do the prayer. That beautiful hermit genuinely and deeply wants to get it right, and it's literally that desire, that hunger, that seeking that carries him across the waves. In the end, I think it's this that makes that story so powerful. Walking on water is a radiant symbol of freedom and lightness and grace. What does this story teach? That when we seek, when we strive, when we keep trying to figure things out with others, true miracles can happen. And that, I believe, is what is really meant by an education. It isn't, in fact, a diploma or a certification on LinkedIn. It isn't college or an internship or job training. All those things are fine, but real education is true and earnest and humble striving with others for understanding. And real education like that makes us free, permits us to walk on water. That kind of education does not stop when you come up here today and get your degree. Because that kind of education is the work of a lifetime, the work of love, of care, and of genuine stretching beyond yourself toward others and toward the goodness of the world. That image of stretching beyond ourselves is actually the key. Interestingly, the word attention in English comes from the Latin words ad, meaning to or toward, and tendere, meaning to stretch. So when we say attention, what we're literally saying is a stretching toward. And this matters. What is true education? It's a stretching toward the world and toward others, and even toward ourselves, toward our best selves. Whatever the differences between the learned dervish and that earnest hermit, each of them stretches toward the other. Both work to cross the waters that separate them. They are paying and giving attention. Indeed, I put it to you that our story may really be a parable about this, a parable about that powerful stretching toward others and the world, and even what lies beyond this world, that powerful stretching that is called attention. As I was preparing for this address, I learned that the feisty motto of Iona University is Certa Bonum Certamen, Latin for fight the good fight, and it was invoked this morning in the opening prayer. The Catholic Brothers who founded this institution in the early years of World War II wanted the graduates of this place to go forth and fight the good fights against tyranny, against greed, against injustice, and especially in those years, against fascism. As you leave this campus today, what is the good fight that awaits you beyond these gates? You'll have to pick your battles. We face tremendous challenges, environmental and climate threats, geopolitical uncertainties, civic, financial, and technological instabilities. But I want to suggest to you this morning that there is, in fact, a good fight that lies both under and over all those other fights. And it is indeed the fight for attention. A fight to protect and care for real human attention, eye to eye, heart to heart, each to each. After all, over the last 15 years, over the course of the conscious lives of the graduates really here before us, an extraordinary new industry has arisen. A multi-trillion-dollar, essentially unregulated industry that turns our eyes and minds and time directly into money. We call it the attention economy, but really we should probably call it by the name it deserves: human fracking. This big tech project to capture, auction, extract human attention has broken up our attentional capacities, fragmented our connections, and pumped up pandemics of loneliness and alienation. The human frackers want us glued to our devices so they can suck up your data cash in on your eyeballs and trap you in unhealthy patterns, trap all of us in unhealthy patterns of digital addiction, overwork, and FOMO anxiety. If that learned dervish were walking along the shore today, I wonder if he'd even hear the hermit. Hey? I mean, he'd probably have his earbuds in. And the earnest hermit, I mean, he would never have walked on water, right? Because after he forgot how to do the prayer again, he'd have probably gone to Google it and then gotten a Snapchat notification, and 15 minutes later he wouldn't remember why he'd picked up his phone in the first place. So that's kind of a joke, but it's also kind of not. Graduates of 2026, I hope for you rich lives of stretching toward the world, your friends, the people you love, others. Rich lives of stretching beyond yourself in freedom. And I call on all of us, in honor of Iona's motto, to fight the good fight for true human attention against those who would fold us into their money schemes and into their money machines. Graduates of 2026, may you, in your earnest strivings, walk on water in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barnett. At this time, I welcome our SGA President, Krishna Rivera, to greet the class of 2026. Chris has been selected to speak on behalf of our undergraduate graduates.
Good morning, President Seamus Carey, Board of Trustees members, honored guests, administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2026. To the class of 2026, congratulations, we made it. Today is a celebration of everything we've accomplished, but also everything we are about to step into. And if there's one thing I hope you take from this moment, it's this. We are powerful beyond measure, and it is our responsibility to use that power. Because the truth is, the class of 2026 must be the generation that bends the status quo with love and passion in our hearts. When I think about my time at Iona, one moment stands out. In the fall of my junior year, I had the amazing opportunity to intern at the White House. Working in the Office of Presidential Correspondence, my job was to help process thousands of physical and digital casework letters from Americans across the country, reaching out to the President, the Vice President, the First Lady for help. Every day, I read and listened to honest stories. A worried mother concerned for her child's safety, an American stranded in a war-torn country, a veteran without benefits, and someone just struggling to access health care. And while I may never meet those individuals, I realized something that changed me deeply. Leadership is not abstract. Policy is not distant. These decisions, these systems impact real people, real lives every single day. I walked into that experience proud to represent Iona in every room I found myself in, but I came back to campus with a different mindset. I came back understanding that my time here was never just about earning a degree. It was about preparing to show up in the world with purpose. Serving as your Student Government Association president deepened that understanding. This role challenged me in ways I could have never imagined. It showed me that leadership is not just about titles, it's about people. It's about being present, It's about celebrating every win, no matter how small. It's about intentionally creating spaces where people feel seen, heard, and valued. A mentor of mine often says, quoting Maya Angelou, "People may not remember what you did, but they will always remember how you made them feel." And what I've learned here at Iona is that what people all over the world need right now, more than ever, is community. In a world that often feels disconnected, the most beautiful thing about Iona is that we always find ways to come together. And class of 2026, you should be proud of that. We arrived here in the aftermath of a global pandemic. We witnessed Iona grow from a college into a university. And through it all, we built something meaningful. We showed up, we led, we advocated, and we created spaces for one another. You all give me so much hope, not just because of what we've accomplished, but because of how we've done it together. But if I'm being honest with you, when I look around beyond campus, I'm worried. I see division, I see injustice, I see people who are more comfortable holding rigidly to their own beliefs and perspectives rather than being willing to see beyond themselves, to understand the experiences and struggles of others. And I'll be the first to admit, I've been that person too. Sorry. But growth demands discomfort. And during my time here, I've been pushed to question my own beliefs, to listen even when it's hard, to engage with perspectives I may never fully understand. And that is what I am asking of you, class of 2026, to be willing to sit in discomfort, to challenge what you think you may know, and to truly listen to others. Because if we remain passive, we pass up our chance to make change. But if we step up, if we choose to learn, to listen, and to lead with empathy, we have the ability to create something better. I was reminded of this just recently during my amazing study abroad experience in Dominica. While there, I visited the Alpha Center, a school for neurodiverse and disabled children. I'll be honest, I was hesitant at first. I didn't know if I would show up in the right way. But the moment I stepped into the school, the students embraced me. They showed me their classrooms, their garden, and their joy. And in that moment, I realized something very powerful. Learning does not stop when we leave this campus or when we cross this stage. Some of the most important lessons will come from the moments that challenge us, the spaces that feel a little bit unfamiliar, and the people who expand our understanding of the world. That experience didn't just teach me about another country, it challenged how I see my own communities and where we still have work to do. It reminded me that community is not just about gathering with people who are like us, it's about breaking down the invisible barriers that keep us apart. So as you leave here today, I challenge you all to not just carry this mindset, but to live it. Be curious when it's uncomfortable, be open when it's inconvenient, be willing to grow when it would be easier not to. Because in a world that too often chooses division, choosing understanding isn't passive, it's leadership, it's courage, and it's a lifelong commitment to learning. Before I close, I want to take a moment to say thank you to my parents and my brother. Thank you for reminding me that there is no limit to what I can achieve, and for supporting me every step of the way. To my father for always challenging me to think deeper. To my mother for always lifting me up and encouraging me to chase every opportunity. To my brother for being in my corner even when I need it the most, even if you don't realize. And I want to dedicate this achievement to my late sister, Brianna. Her memory continues to guide me and empower me, and I hope I'm making her proud. As I walk the stage today, I hope she walks right beside me to share the moment together. To my professors, advisors, and this entire community, thank you for shaping not just what we know, but who we are. And to the class of 2026, thank you for your energy, your leadership, and for the impact you've had on my life. I truly believe I have felt the impact of each and every one of you in ways you may never know. And I hope I've done the same for you all. So I'll leave you with this. Class of 2026, this is not the end of our story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. And the question is not whether the world will change, it's whether you will be the ones to change it. So go forward with open minds, lead with empathy, stay committed to learning, especially when it's uncomfortable. And most importantly, do not underestimate the power you have to shape the world around you. Congratulations, Class of 2026.
Thank you, Krishna. Michael Anganaro, a member of the graduate class of 2026, has been selected to speak on behalf of the graduate students.
Well, before going any further, before starting, I would just like to give a fair warning that if you hear excessively loud cheering or clapping, it is likely my family, who are just now finding out that I'm delivering this speech. So, to my family, surprise. As for everyone else, you may be entitled to compensation. All right. Good morning, President Carey, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2026. First and foremost, congratulations. Standing here today and reflecting on the journey that has brought us to this moment, one phrase comes to mind: moral fiber. Each of us arrived here carrying different responsibilities and challenges. For many, that meant balancing demanding careers, supporting families, raising children, or finding a way to afford tuition while holding everything else together. Along the way, there were moments when we wondered if we had taken on more than we could handle, or whether we were truly capable of finishing what we started. I recall one night early in the MBA program when I was completely overwhelmed. I had finished a full day of work, still had assignments waiting for me, and knew my alarm would be going off early the next morning just so I could do it all again. I stepped out of the classroom to clear my head and get some air. As I walked through the La Penta School of Business, I glanced into a few classrooms and study rooms nearby. The lights were still on. Some were studying quietly. Others were working through assignments together. A few looked just as tired as I. And in that moment, something shifted for me. I realized none of us were doing this alone. Every person in that building had their own story, their own reason for showing up that night. But they were still there, and so was I. Trade-offs were made. Countless late nights, time away from family, financial strain, and moments of exhaustion, all in pursuit of something greater. These sacrifices were not always visible, but they were real, and they helped shape the perseverance and character that define this graduating class. Before going any further, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize the people who helped make this day possible. To the professors, who challenged us to think critically and pushed us to grow beyond what we thought we were capable of. To the families, friends, and loved ones who believed in us, supported us, and reminded us of our potential when we needed it most. This achievement belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Even with everything competing for our time, we made a conscious decision to keep rising to the challenge. We showed up after long days, remained steadfast when stress mounted, and as Iona often reminds us, chose to fight the good fight. Because if life teaches us anything, it's that progress is rarely linear. Sometimes we move left, sometimes we move right, sometimes it may even feel like we're moving backward before we reach new heights. But those moments test our resolve and ultimately strengthen the character that carries us forward. There's a quote by Tupac Shakur that captures this spirit. I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. Even if we cannot individually transform the world overnight, our influence through leadership, mentorship, service, and the example we set can inspire change far beyond ourselves. and that influence is already visible right here among us. Some of you will lead organizations. Some will build businesses and bring new ideas to life. Some will strengthen communities and create opportunities for those who come after you. What we accomplished here is not the finish line. It is the foundation for everything that comes next. Growth rarely happens where we feel most comfortable. Sometimes it means stepping into unfamiliar territory, even standing on stage in front of your peers delivering a commencement speech. But the willingness to embrace that discomfort is often what moves us forward, because real progress is built by people who keep showing up, who keep learning, who refuse to quit, and who are willing to think differently, to challenge the status quo, stay true to themselves, and become the maximum version of their character. So as we leave here today, let's continue to fight the good fight. Keep showing up when things feel uncertain. Keep pushing forward when the path isn't clear. And keep believing, no matter how long the road may be, that a change is going to come. And the people who will bring it are sitting right here. Congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Michael. At its annual commencement ceremony, the trustees of Iona University award honorary degrees to individuals who exemplify the ideals upon which the university was founded. Today, we confer an honorary degree upon Dr. Graham Burnett. Dr. Ivy Stabell will read the citation for Dr. Burnett. Dr. Stabell, please escort Dr. Burnett to the center of the stage and come forward to read the citation.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations. So happy for you. Graham Burnett is the Henry Charles Lee Professor of History at Princeton University, an accomplished historian of science and a writer and editor working at the intersection of scholarship and the creative arts. He is both a deeply trained and an unconventional humanist who has become a prominent voice in diagnosing our crisis of attention and detailing ways to address it. Born in France, Burnett has had a distinguished academic career. He graduated from Princeton in 1993 as Valedictorian and as recipient of the Pine Prize. He completed a PhD in History and Philosophy of Science at Cambridge University, and among other distinctions, he has been a Marshall Scholar, a Guggenheim Fellow at the Bard Graduate Center in New York City, a Mello Fellow in the Humanities at Columbia University, and an inaugural Fellow of the Center for Scholars and Writers at the New York Public Library. His academic inquiry into the science and the business of attention measurement over the past century has fueled his public engagement with the issue and the consequences of human fracking, the means by which highly networked, extractive technological platforms combine with addictive devices to exploit our attention and diminish our presence in the world and the resonance of our experience. His pioneering work with the Friends of Attention Collective and its manifestation in the programs of the Strother School of Radical Attention, who has come to Iona several times, has brought the idea of attention activism to a national audience, coalescing around the idea that reclaiming human attention from the forces of the digital economy is a matter of the highest political, ethical, and educational import. At its 2001 commencement ceremony, Iona awarded an honorary degree to Claire L. Gaudiati, celebrating her distinguished service as the president of Connecticut College, noting her success in modeling how, in her words, institutions could be not only think tanks, but also do tanks. It seems fitting that 25 years later, Iona recognizes in Dr. Gaudiani's son, Graham Burnett, the same ideal it honored in his mother, a dedication to fashioning a new symbiosis between learning and living that demonstrates the continued worth of the liberal arts in educating citizens and building community.
Yeah, you all already heard from me plenty, but I hope you caught that this institution awarded my mom an honorary doctorate 25 years ago, and it's very moving for me. She passed 18 months ago, and my baby daughter, who's here, who's 5 months old, is named Chiara in her honor. So it's a really special occasion.
Congratulations, Dr. Burnett. I now ask Kevin O'Sullivan, Senior Vice President for Enrollment and Student Affairs, to present the names of the Student Life Commencement Award winners.
Thank you. Aura maxing right now, Jared. Great job. Whole class of 2026, or Aura maxing. Each year, the Division of Enrollment Management and Student Affairs bestows awards on 4 students who have made significant contributions to the lives of all of Iona's students. Would the following students please stand when I call your names and remain standing until all of the names are read? The Sullivan Award, not named after me. Presented to the scholar who most clearly demonstrates the concerns of loyalty and scholarship, characteristic of Iona graduates. This was first awarded in 1948, and this year is presented to Miss Sabrina Custodio. The Julia Friedman Memorial Award, presented to an individual who in daily life and activities has shown great love and capacity for truth in dealing with others. This was first awarded in 1973 and is presented this year to Miss Krishna Rivera. The Joseph E. Powell Award, presented to the graduate who exemplifies the high qualities of spirit, dedication, and generosity which characterize Joseph E. Powell, an Iona graduate. This was first awarded in 1973, and this year is presented to Miss Deborah Diaz. The Mildred Squires Award, presented to an individual who clearly embodies the mission of Iona University and has shown great generosity, compassion, and concern regarding the well-being of the student body. This was first awarded in 2006, and this year's recipient is Miss Emma Brannigan. Please join me in congratulating all of these students.
Each year at commencement, Iona University proudly salutes the outstanding academic achievements of our students. President Carey will present gold medals to the outstanding undergraduate scholars of the class of 2026. I ask that each honoree come forward to the stage as I call your name. Stavroula Giorkakis receives the Cardinals Award for Proficiency in Studies.
Yes, baby!
Megan Basile receives the Rice Memorial Medal for Excellence. Elizabeth Anderson receives the Dr. Henry L. Logan Medal for Excellence in Science. Michael Emiliano receives the Roth Memorial Medal for Excellence in Business Administration. Vanessa Hernandez receives the Iona Medal for Excellence in Business Administration. Isabella Decine receives the Iona Medal for Excellence in the Social and Behavioral Sciences. Please join me in congratulating these scholars on their achievements. President President Carey will now bestow upon two outstanding scholars of the graduate class the Brother Joseph McKenna Award for Academic Excellence and the John G. Hagan Award for Academic Excellence. I ask that each honoree come forward to the stage as I call your name. Andrea Seardorf receives the Brother Joseph G. McKenna Memorial Award for Academic Excellence. Dee Marie Pagoda receives the John G. Hagan Award for Academic Excellence. Please join me in congratulating these scholars on their achievements. Iona University trustee Kathy McCabe will present the next award. Will Dr. Christiana Awasan and trustee McCabe please come to the center of the stage? Since the university's 1979 commencement ceremonies, Iona has annually presented the Hugh McCabe Award for Social Justice to a faculty, administrator, or staff member who embodies an exemplary commitment to social justice. Through their work and contributions, awardees have demonstrated their exceptional dedication to social justice in building a more just and peaceful world. Dr. Christiana Awasan joined Iona University in 2019 and currently serves as the program director and chair of the Department of Marriage and Family Therapy in the New York Presbyterian Iona School of Nursing and Health Sciences. Dr. Awasan teaches courses in fundamental concepts of psychiatry, relational psychopathology, and supervised case seminar. Dr. Awasan is a nationally recognized scholar whose research examines racial trauma, cultural competency, and the experiences of Black families in therapy. Her scholarship and many publications continue to advance critical conversations about the psychological and physiological impacts of structural racism in clinical and medical practice. Dr. Awasan's work reflects a sustained commitment to advancing social justice through curriculum design, clinical training, community engagement, and scholarly research focused on racial equity and culturally responsive mental health care. In 2018, Dr. Awasan founded the Ibisami Relational Health, a culturally responsive therapy practice serving communities of color across New York City and northern New Jersey. She established the practice as a clinical training site for marriage and family therapy students and has since expanded it into a multi-therapist practice that provides culturally informed, expanded mental health care. The clinic offers therapeutic support for individuals experiencing racial trauma linked to systemic violence and discrimination. Under her leadership, every course in Iona's marriage and family therapy program addresses issues of power, privilege, cultural identity, and systematic inequality in therapeutic practice. Her classrooms create space for thoughtful engagement with complex conversations about inequality and oppression, preparing students to serve diverse communities with cultural competence and humility. For outstanding commitment to the cause of social justice, Iona University is pleased to present Dr. Christiana Awasan with the 2026 Hugh J. McCabe Memorial Award. At this time in the ceremony, members of the Iona faculty will present the candidates for degrees. I make two special requests. One, please try to hold your applause until each group has been recognized so that each graduate and their families can hear their names called. Second, please keep the area in front and in the aisles clear. Do not come forward to take photographers. We've got professional photographers taking those today, and they will be sent to the graduates by mail.
Good morning and welcome. President Carey, I am very pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are the candidates for Bachelor of Arts degrees and certificates in the School of Arts and Science. The Bachelor of Arts degree candidates are Lucas Quintana, cum laude. Caitlin Galvin, cum laude. Molly Walsh. Elizabeth Bricchio, summa cum laude. Stavroula Georgiakakis, summa cum laude. Deborah Diaz. Krishna Rivera, cum laude. Joseph Ramaglia, cum laude. Margaret Gray, magna cum laude. Zachary Kutroff. Joseph McCullough, John McCullough. Megan Basile, summa cum laude. Kylie McHugh. Stephen Abate. Daniel Smith. Megan Melendez, cum laude. Jacob Cassiano. Katie Scanlon. Lucia Savasta, cum laude. Nino Natsvilashvi. Addison Ortiz, summa cum laude. Kareem Mohan, cum laude. Mark Vincent Stewart. Is Mari Rodriguez, cum laude. Sabrina Rocco. Julian Gabrielle. Margaret Johnson. Emily Healy, summa cum laude. Alyssa Green, cum laude. Maggie Wallace. Olivia Wageman, cum laude. Genesis Pintos. Anita Osmani, cum laude. Emina Mihovic, cum laude. Bennett Hajayai, cum laude. Jack Yopis. Joshua Castillo. Nicholas Leo. Ulysses Espejo. Michael Donovan. Joseph Sullivan. Aaron Lynch. Stephanie Cortez Castellanos. Alyssa Colorio. Juliana Obdike. Savannah Mezzatesta, cum laude. Richard Martinez, summa cum laude. Kaylin Delgado, cum laude. Caitlin Halloran. Michelle Salazar. Omisha Persuade, distinction. Emma Comiso, magna cum laude. Alia Bermudez. Brooke O'Brien, magna cum laude. Alina Denot, summa cum laude. Ryan Etcham. John Maroney, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Wales, summa cum laude. Aideen Methoxa. Niana Thomas. Bianca Bautista. Alexandra Encarcion. Kashmir Martin. Ashley Marai Munsami. Jonathan Hunt. Osvaldo Barragan. Tiffany Giucardo. Ricky Marcelino. Tyler Washington, Ava Cope, Bryce Elias, distinction. Mitchell Prescott Cullen Murphy, Emily Guzman, cum laude. Stephanie Varela, magna cum laude. Layla Shakir, magna cum laude. Caitlin Cabrera. Morgan Beastie, magna cum laude. Julio Perez. Alyssa Diaz. Austin Ospina, cum laude. Angela Piralia. Amanda Mamias. Tana Soto. Tiffany Johnson. Shania Young. Amanda Marie Vorfi, cum laude. Sophia Oso, magna cum laude. Julia Borese, summa cum laude. Cameron Woolley, summa cum laude. Eric Cabreja, cum laude. Christian John Batoon, cum laude. Olivia Half Esther. Sophia Voto. Rose Porter, summa cum laude. McKenna Arguen, cum laude. Taylor Gunton, cum laude. John O'Keefe, cum laude. Caleb Dean. Michael Homella. Melanie Emmett. Sophia Jordan, summa cum laude. Nicholas Arcuri. Dylan Cousins Abel. Christian Osugara. Magnolia Bulev. Michael Thack E. Christina Menta, cum laude. Elisa Sanderson, cum laude. Kaya Joseph. Giles Addison, cum laude. Chris Aguilar. Julian Templeman. Dariel Dopica, cum laude. Robert Basil, cum laude. Thomas Navarro. Sabrina Cardenas. Andres Silva. Ryan Bobcom, cum laude. Surya Hagazi, cum laude. Crystal Herder, cum laude. Clara Laudato. Victoria Rigetti. Kendall Infantino. Sabrina Quinones. Alexis Veneria. Alexis Porti. Christina Recalde, cum laude. Kira Gagan. Lulani Laporte. Katie McNamara. Claire Robertson. Jack Allen, summa cum laude. Cecilia Barrett. Zoe Nash. Naima Carey. Siron Johnson. Jasmine Guizar. Ashlyn Pittman, cum laude. Scarlett Hilly. Gamzee Sanmez. Haley Smith. Jared Balkisur. Samantha Tavares Diaz. Valeria Guidino Avalos.
Caitlin Teard. Alexa Pimentel. Luke Carpenter. Joseph Costanza. Nicholas Bambina. Christopher Gay. Kosi Akamechu. Thomas Guardino. William Quincy, cum laude. Joseph Gear, magna cum laude. Christopher Gear, magna cum laude. Ryle Gale, cum laude. Charles Bohan, distinction. Peter Cagnasola. Adrian Nixich, cum laude. Ethan Stewart. Leroy Bio. Abigail Babcock, summa cum laude. Alexandra Graciosa, cum laude. Gabriele Garcia. Genesis Flores. Lily Katia Gilino. Christine O'Connor, cum laude. Emily Kosakevich, summa cum laude. Emily Rodriguez. Natalie Eversano. Anissa Barandas, cum laude. Nicholas Campos. Jeremy Rodriguez. Sydney Grassi. Ariana Burns. Sean Metcalf. Derek Polanco. Michael Walters. Sean Larson. Anna Ausanio, cum laude. Susanna Santana. Giancarlo Cruz. Eric Minson. Alexander Sullivan, cum laude. Liam Connolly. John Seha Zapata, cum laude. Jaden Mercado. Nicole Kinley, distinction. Shane Joyce, cum laude. Gabriella Bolduc, cum laude. John Ruiz. Jackson Burkhart. Mia Valle, distinction. Dahir Galeb. Gabrielle Johnson. Nicholas Polsini. Marissa Pereira, summa cum laude. Emily Orenel, summa cum laude. Carolyn Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Ava Mogavero, distinction. Lily Mayo, cum laude. Christopher Gambino, magna cum laude. Colin McGee, cum laude. Ryan Donahue, cum laude. Adrian Sotomayor. Anna Gold, magna cum laude. Hannah Worth, cum laude. Brooke Acker, summa cum laude. Yu Ning Liao. Sebastian Lavina. Daniel Johnson. Fernando Gonzalez. Derek Kronkowski. Reno Botha. Mario Rosario. Caitlin Rodriguez. Victor Palumbo, distinction. Luke Treat. Emily Mahinka. Jenna Sagaria, Jillian Rampino, Kayla Healy, Kayla Fletcher, distinction, Katrina Moriarty, Juliana Hauser, cum laude, Nicole Benet, Rachel Farias, cum laude, Brendan Mulligan, Jeffrey Campos, distinction, Walter Lopez Ordonez, Devin Sherb, Maximilian Hughes, John Schaefer, summa cum laude, Ashan Rahim, Amaya Evans, Thomas Burns, Christian Eastlake, Nicholas Mistretta, cum laude, Yakuba Traore, Brendan Barrett, Benjamin Kennedy, Alexander Slavkovich, cum laude, Lola Trujillo, Milani Davis, Alexander Novoa, Christopher Barros, Amanda Graham, Christina Apuzzo, Maria Trimboli, Jack Farley, Edward Musco, Matias Mancheno, distinction. Let us recognize these students with our applause.
President Carey, I am pleased to present the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for Bachelor's of Science degrees and certificates of the School of Arts and Science. The Bachelor of Science degree candidates are Elizabeth Anderson, summa cum laude. Tristan Rosa, cum laude. Kathleen Elizabeth Bennett, summa cum laude. Julia Burke, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Rayward, summa cum laude. Giovanni Avila. Ava Corsetti, cum laude. Olivia May. Julia Finlay, cum laude. Vanessa Comitini. Isabella Diamantis, cum laude. Felicia Musa, cum laude. Alina Nawaz, magna cum laude. Madison Adams. Avia Willis. Blessing Forson. William Blancato. Matthew Mishlik, cum laude. Andrew Fogarty, cum laude. Andrew Cantilla. Jorge Delgado, magna cum laude. Natalie Jeffremau. Jacqueline Seha. McKenna Acoste. Denham Brown. Jessica Said, summa cum laude. Peter Rosario, cum laude. Miranda Ramirez, cum laude. Daniela Porcoli, cum laude. Deanna Marie Regalabuto. Megan Bogue, cum laude. Kiba Rogers, cum laude. Damian Rodriguez. Alvina Lichner, cum laude. Brendan Veit, magna cum laude. Mia Yan, cum laude. Matthew Wixner. Juliana Piorelli, magna cum laude. Cassandra Pinho. Jack Soldano. Marcus Folkere. Drac Driscoll. Ashley Carnero. Holly Farnan, cum laude. Elisa Remenaris. Jessica Caruso. Yahir Orozco. Let us recognize these students with a round of applause.
President Carey, I'm pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for master's degrees and advanced certificates in the School of Arts and Science. Graham Smith. Stephen Mazza. Honors. Eduardo Virgil. Jules Lejamtel. Liana Butte, honors. Michael Scotto. Rock Wilson, honors. Claire Shanahan, honors. Ava Farrow, honors. Alyssa Salerno, honors. Marissa Damasio. Saoirse O'Day, honors. Lauren Monk, honors. Katrina Tugman, honors. Lindsay Grove, summa cum laude. Catherine Graham. Brianna LaRusso, honors. Fardia Dozier. Fabrizio De Laurentiis, honors. Brianna Hauser. John Navarra, honors. Nicole Casamatis, honors. Michaela Scipione, honors. Kaltrina Rugova, honors. Megan Nolan, honors. Peter Christian Kirchgasser. Caitlin Incandela, honors. Gabriella Bifulco, honors. Christopher Paust, honors. Stephen Hooks, honors. Stephen Wandabusi, honors. Yal Rivera, honors. Alyssa Lombardi, honors. Jadalyn Millington. Anna Mejia Valdez, honors. Christopher Ellis. Alicia Gadero, honors. Elena Plusadis, honors. Lexic Fernandez, honors. Sean Rivera, honors. Julia Moser, honors. Shirley Lewis Jean. Dawn D'Ambrosio, honors. Chavis Conceição. Kimberly Perez, honors. Melanie Erickson, honors. Gabriela Otiero, honors. Jenna Biscup, honors. Grace Salazzo, honors. Dante Daniels. Adrian C. Gomez, honors. Angelina Real Buto, honors. Sierra Lise Freeman. Olivia Snow. Nicholas DeFrancesco. Philip Ross. Lily Ellis. Rosalba Francisco. Stephen Pisacano. Dylany Rodriguez. Jocelyn Wazalek. Allison Mejia. Mary Jara. Let us recognize these students with our applause.
President Carey, I'm pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees in the Heinz Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
Logan Andermanis. Christian Lugo. Robert Heem. Zaire Molteri. Yesenia Harris. Matthew Bounden. Brianna Fisher. Ambrose Pedre, magna cum laude. Braze Mitchell, distinction. Thomas Walsh. Tristan Loyola. Denver Anglin. Let us recognize these students with our applause.
President Carey, I am pleased to present you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for bachelor's degrees and certificates in the La Penta School of Business. The candidates include Emma Brannigan, cum laude. Vanessa Hernandez, summa cum laude. Thomas Spillane. Jesse Romaine. Finbar McClintock. Jack Husher, magna cum laude. Jennifer McNamee, magna cum laude. Sabrina Custodio, cum laude. Gianna Vidal, cum laude. Michael Emiliano, summa cum laude. Antonio Rivera. Kayla Fusco, cum laude. Dominique Del Vecchio, cum laude. Angelina Vasquez, cum laude. Johanna Mejia, cum laude. Camille King, cum laude. Elizabeth Lancaster, magna cum laude. Britannia Brown, cum laude. Nicole Valdez Romero, cum laude. Jerson Ancanyan, magna cum laude. Nasia Anglin. Samantha Pierre Jean. Nicole Paternostro, cum laude. Liam Gaffney, cum laude. Jonathan Ward. Evan Gralitzer. Michael Trusso. Aiden Rodriguez. Zaina Fakori, magna cum laude. Morgan Yinling. Colin Martin, magna cum laude. Mikkel Pelage. Andrew Diano. William Rozek. Joyce Knowles, cum laude. Layla Terzi, magna cum laude. Kaylee Kraus. Alessandra Alaberti, magna cum laude. Gianna Gruber, cum laude. Veda Lynn Venezia. Miguel Oliveros. Victoria Pitaro. Paula Alvarez, cum laude. Sarah Aziz. Emma Vukic. Christian Toshev. Kevin Kennedy. Zane Schoenberg. Caligero Lamonto. Jonathan Danielian. Liam Richardson. Danielle Ortiz. Carlos Duque. Christopher Lima. Ethan Carpio. Christian Colombo. Samira Ralph, magna cum laude. Sean McEnry. Matthew Frenny, cum laude. Darren Gerardo, summa cum laude. Killian Reynolds, cum laude. Ryan Zerka. Dylan Riccio. John McGuire. Nicholas John Ramaldi, cum laude. Owen McCaffrey. Dylan McEntee, cum laude. John Carter. Timothy Roses. Christopher Roses, cum laude. Sebastian de la Haba. Lauren Sweeney, magna cum laude. Victoria Carreri, magna cum laude. Malia Haddock, cum laude. Mia DePronio. Ty Upton. Zachary Baldwin. Elisa Vaher. Catherine Sarnes. Yelissa Reynoso Rodriguez. Ariana Tamayo. Anthony Molina, cum laude. Colin Ferguson. Alexa Mullins. Hope Glazer, magna cum laude. Aida Alul. Gianna Snyder. Paige, magna cum laude. Paige Snyder, cum laude. Riley Wagner, cum laude. Ava Coyle. Grace Moreau. Alyssa Cashin. Tiffany O'Connell, cum laude. Vito Lopresti. Frank Liparachi. Ryan Travaglini. Sebastiano Silvio, cum laude. Paul Romano, cum laude. Gregory Macanon. Vincenzo Zapula, magna cum laude. Will Robinson. James Cash, cum laude. James Hasselbauer. Christopher Newsom. Destiny Garcia. Diamond Frisella. Alexandra Grisel. Ava Jo DiGuara. Nicholas Mora. Anthony Zolo. Jordan Overton, cum laude. Jackson Casso, distinction. Timothy Perry Jr. Abraham Ocampo. William Bogenreef. Roscoe Jakovich. James Marcy. Leah Preston, cum laude. Michael Yamada, distinction. Aiden Coles. Tristan Coles. Scott Fagan. Kaylin Fagan. Dana Grossmaner. Tom Genie. Robert Kamaj. Titina Servillo, magna cum laude. Serena Vietri. Alessandra Gabriela Chavez. Hilary Rivera Flas. Diego Alejandro Aguilar. Jaden Quintana. Taylor Breck, cum laude. Miley Morales. Alexa Marciano, magna cum laude. Victoria Biordi. Chastity Cozzolino. Julianne Ventimiglia, summa cum laude. Claudia Vienne. Renessa Dotzi. Fiona Osmane, cum laude. Daniel Lopes, cum laude. Andre Acevedo Jr., cum laude. Stephen Escamilla, cum laude. Angel Campavorde, cum laude. Melina Chiuli. Daniel Lima Pinto, cum laude. Katrina Roman. Christina Geba. Salvatore Dema. Louis Doritas. Joshua Naranjo. Vincent Spoto. Malachi Branch. Michael Lario. Dennis Jetchi. Chase Cormier. Juan Pablo Anaya Figueroa, cum laude. Jose Rivera, cum laude. Las Carina Caro Pimpares, magna cum laude. Allison Ibarra Origel. Eri Ramirez, cum laude. Aiden Keen, cum laude. Nicolette Zafudo, cum laude. Emma Naseth, cum laude. Madison Curtis. John Paul Del Vecchio, magna cum laude. Eddie Vera. Andy Ariza. Joel Sanchez. Andrea Alvarez. Corey Ochoa. David Rosario. Luca Giorgio. John Paul Henriquez, magna cum laude. Kali Schoberg, distinction. Bruno Rivera Casadella, cum laude. Sean Kraus Huckleberry, cum laude. Callie Schroeder, distinction. Claudia Fiel Ferradas, magna cum laude. John Trapani. Jermaine Wright. Jack Carney. Jake Rodriguez. Mackay Richardson. Joseph Pignatello. Jack Callahan. Adam Stark. Tyler Lefieri. Alex Predicage. Christopher Abate, cum laude. Wayne Brightly. James Diaz. Jennifer Lynn Cologne. Arianis Lubades. George Popovic. Francis Del Gordio. Michael Rufrano, distinction. Gabriel Pollen. Anthony McBride. Vicky Pasto, cum laude. Julissa Garcia. Jamal Deryasevic, cum laude. Eric Guzman, cum laude. Ethan Figueroas, cum laude. Nabil Ali, cum laude. Matthew Blackwell, magna cum laude. Fernando Perez. Justin Etwaru. Ilir Muratovic. Daniel Falero. Robin Wilhelmsen. Khalib Nigus. Bill Tenezaka Pinguil. Noah Solorio.
Yasser Sequeira Blandon.
Let us recognize these students with our applause.
President Carey, I am so pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for the master's degrees and advanced certificates in the La Penta School of Business. The Master of Business Administration and Master of Science degree candidates are Michael Algarano, honors. Andrea Seedorf, honors. DeMarie Paguada, honors. Cheyenne Blakey. Emma McKay, honors. Lazar Paroshki. Elaine Carey, honors. Audrey McMillan. Lavith Aguaco. Andrew Govea, honors.
Christian David Nevers, honors.
Yagera Zabata. Roseanne Collado, honors. Maya Todd McIntyre. Anne Chiara, honors. Angela Verano, honors. Mame Essie Arheen, honors. Mariana Briscoe, honors. Donita Abdia. Sherquan Daly, honors. Michael Hesse, honors. Alexander Garces. Tony Ann Fullerton. Yenmen Chen, honors. Alejandra Severa Mahoya, honors. Mia Andrews, honors. Naomi Hilda Barnwell, honors. Isabella Middleton. William Harrington. Lucia Vlasic. Sophia Banagas. John Pelpeccio, honors. Janissa Lally, honors. Caton McCauley. Johnny Hernandez, honors. Shayla Swanson. Jasmine Ane Marcan. Keyshawn Williams. Karin Wida, honors. Kennedy Gonzalez, honors. Maria Delina Salhava Garcia, honors. Mergim Shehu, honors. Pedro Costa Don Santos, honors. Dylan Zarefa, honors. Jonathan Mosquilla. Juan Arboleda. Faye Varudis, honors. Nina Serna, honors. Grace Forlenza, honors. Kayleen Robinson. Corey Thomas. Oluwalewiwa Osulasaya. Jocelyn Garcia Martinez. Sania Khan. Toheed Osiwataman. Daisha Hicks, honors. Kerwin Georges, honors. Anthony Fagan, honors. Connor Henderson, honors. Duncan Robinson. Matthew Rankin. Christian Funk. Christian Ivezai. Peter Canonas, honors. Ronik Chaku, honors. Aiden Malago. Nicholas Badafora, honors. Nicholas Caggiano. Aiden Doherty. Nick Nunez. Alyssa Kaplan. Let us recognize these students with our applause.
Dr. President Carey, I am pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science degrees and certificates in the New York Presbyterian Iona School of Nursing and Health Sciences. Lucy Brooks. Kira Bomber. Talia Mojica. Xander Laura cum laude. Mark Curcio. Haley Marie Buhai. Joanna Denyon. Amanda Farrell. Joshua Michael Ramanan, magna cum laude. Emily Koenig, cum laude. Alina Kulkielchuk. Chrysalyn Bulinati. James Bayless. Madison Klaus. Brianna Vega. Gabriela Massari. Diego Cuesta. Catherine Harrison. Sophia Polzella. Demetria Manzares, cum laude. Jessica Mazzella. Jana Titonico, cum laude. Gabriella Freed. Angelica Conca. Lauren Tierney. Rebecca Turley, summa cum laude. Is it 45? Joseph Andriano, cum laude. Cadence Visa, magnum cum laude. Samantha Farisi, summa cum laude. Olivia Shea, cum laude. Sarah Quinn. Sasha Morales, cum laude. Mishba Munir. Michelle Gualtieri, cum laude. Raison Sala. Hannah Griffin. Caitlin Israel. Ava Roman. Christina Lockman. Jacqueline Medina Distinction. Madison Mancini, magna cum laude. Isabella Ruggiero, magna cum laude. Ann Connors, magna cum laude. Isabella Decine, summa cum laude. Carrie Murray. Yeah.
Carmine Halopeter, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Carota, cum laude. Adriana Cordero. Olivia Walters, cum laude. Haley Asensio. Grace Nestor, magna cum laude. Grace Flood, cum laude. Jenna Nuco, magna cum laude. Maria McAndrew. Sarah DiGioia. Maeve Power. Courtney Hale, magna cum laude. Lorelei Teddy, magna cum laude. Giovanna Barrero. Sandra Salas, magna cum laude. Haley Guerrero, cum laude. Megan Bernardi, cum laude. Abigail George, cum laude. Sage Winslow, summa cum laude. Amelia Gordon, cum laude. Leanne Keeler, cum laude. Allison Ingracia, cum laude. Megan Hickey, magna cum laude. Alexa Doe, cum laude. Melina Caviras, summa cum laude. Cameron Stone. Anna Lasoliak, magna cum laude. Kathleen DeFalco. Kelly DeFalco. Aaron McKinney. Sabrina Faulkner, cum laude. Let us recognize the accomplishments of these students.
President Carey, I am pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2026 who are candidates for master's degrees and certificates in the New York Presbyterian Iona School of Nursing and Health Sciences. The Master of Arts and Master of Science degree candidates are Gianna Nardi, honors. Olivia Torres, honors. Catherine Contreras. Maicel Castro. Irene Tejada. Gabriela Dinavecto. Marissa Keynes. Christina Frisella, honors. Liana Peloso, honors. Sophia Gizzi, honors. Allison Perna. Lauren McCarthy, honors. Jolie Caro. Alessandra Payne, honors. Kelsey Joy Weeks. Nicole Grenier, honors. Grace Novak. Gianna Ciponi, honors. JD Tavares. Adam Johnson, honors. Mia Straub, honors. Vicente Vasquez, honors. Eva Sumalar, honors. Samantha Badal, honors. Kathleen Casey. Bridget Healy, honors. Bailey O'Donnell, honors. Kayla Bracer. Kayla Miller. Tegan Richter, honors. Nicole Lorette Andrioli, honors. Charity Wenton Monroe, honors. Nicholas Quaife, honors. Vini Phillips Sabanani, honors. Sabrina Sibel, honors. Kristen Treadway, honors. Nellie Sorto, honors. Keilani Balabuena Piera. Carla Gatto, honors. Gwendolyn Chen, honors. Kayla Boggs, honors. Antonia Blanchette, honors. Ginger Solis, honors. Devon Frank Balise Gabriel. Jerry Murphy Cottrell, honors. Mara Gold, honors. Liana Cabeza, honors. Eileen Riviera Salas, distinction. Sophia Sidirius, honors. Samantha Dawkins. Teresa Mandile, honors. Rachel Carr Rapetti. Kevin Reyna, honors. Jamie Rothenberg, honors. Nia Slaughter, honors. Maria Miriam Yawaza. Belin Chavez, honors. Noelia Lagos. Natalia Halahar. Zavia Braincheck. Shari Bennett. Jermaine Bolton, honors. Let us recognize these graduates with our applause.
President Carey will now confer the degrees.
The University of the State of New York has invested in the trustees of Iona University the power to bestow degrees, and they in turn have invested that power in me. I confer upon you, the Iona class of 2026, the degrees which you have earned: Congratulations, and God bless you.
Congratulations to our graduates and to your families, friends, and colleagues who have helped you reach this tremendous goal. Among the other honors, this is the moment you're waiting for, you've earned the right to move your tassels from the right to the left. I ask that you join me in recognizing the efforts of the Iona trustees, faculty, and staff, particularly Ellie St. John, Liz Oliveri-Lenahan, and Allison Milanese, Mary Ellen Callahan, and Laura Prestano, who have made this ceremony so successful. Please stand for the alma mater led by the Iona Nightingales. The words to the alma mater are printed on the last page of your program. I invite everyone to join in the singing. This now concludes our commencement ceremony. I ask that you all remain in place until the President's Party and the academic procession have recessed to the back of the seating area.
you.